Hello, and welcome to the Bee and the Rose Knitting Podcast. I'm your host, Kat, and I'm coming to you from a very gloomy Southern California. It has decided to actually rain today, which is kind of nice because we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of rain this year. Like last winter was very wet and nice, and this summer, while not being incredibly hot, it also has been dry as usual. And most of the coastline was on fire last month, so that was I'm kind of really happy that it wasn't anything. Nothing got southern enough or north enough to hit me, which is always kind of a concern living in California, but it's something we prepare for. So, like anywhere else I'm pretty sure there's not a single place on Earth that doesn't have some sort of natural disaster to look out for. That being said, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. Thank you if you are a returning viewer. I really appreciate that you enjoy coming to hang out with me. And thank you so much if you are new here and are giving me a shot. Let's see. It's been about 2 weeks since I podcasted. I try to do this every week, but sometimes life gets a little hectic. And so I don't have that much to show, and then I don't have time to really sit down and record. As for this past week, oh man, it's not that I was busy. It's just that I really needed to catch up on a bit of rest. My work schedule has me working from about 5 to 6 in the afternoon to 1 a.m. And in order to have a life outside of work, I have a tendency to wake up ridiculously early for that sleep schedule, and go out and be awake during the day, which I don't highly suggest if you are on graveyard shift. But, it's what I have to do to survive. So this week I do have an FO and a whip. I have a little bit of acquisitions, but it's not yarn itself. It is knitting related, but just not yarn. So let's get started with my FO, which I'm really excited about. These are my socks. These are made out of Stay Classy yarn. Yarns? So I can never remember if she puts an S at the end of it, but it's by Taryn Stay Classy yarn, and I absolutely, just yarn. I love it. The colorway is Treasure, and it is on her Sunny Sock, which is 25% merino, 25% nylon, 75% merino. It's really, really squishy. I love it. Oh my God. It feels so nice to work with, and it's great. And I did, these are longer socks than my first pair, which I think I showed in the second or third episode. Because they're long socks and I'm kind of a larger person, I did have to do calf shaping in the leg. So basically I cast on 76 stitches, and I did 11 rows of 3x1 ribbing. And then every 14th row, I did a SSK. At the beginning, I did a knit one SSK, and then at the halfway, I did a knit one, knit one, knit two together every 14 rows through the leg until I got down to 68 stitches. For my heel, I did a fish lips kiss heel, which is that's my preferred heel. Okay. Sorry, I just got a text message from my mom telling me that she needs me to bring her lunch because I have the car. Anyhow, so fish lips kiss heel, and then a 42 row foot and a standard toe, which I think I have 12 stitches remaining when I do my Kitchener. And I've only done 2 pairs of adult socks, but that seems to be my preferred recipe. And I do prefer top down because it's a little bit easier. I haven't, it's been about a year since I've tried to do a toe up cast on, but I'll get to it. I've got a lot of socks. I think I might have to do that with Rhiannon's socks because they're no-shows, shorties. But anyhow, so these socks are about 74 grams of yarn, and it was 100 grams skein. So I have this little rainbow left. This is 30 grams when I measured it, which doesn't quite math out, but I don't know. I have that problem with scales. Now, there was a stitch marker. Oh, yeah. So this is the first sock I finished, and that's where I was. Hello. Where are you? There you are. That's where I was 2 weeks ago, my podcast. So I finished the toe, finished the second sock instead of casting on for the Evergreens. However, that's my FO. So I finished these, I believe, let's see. Today's Friday. I finished these on Tuesday, and I cast on, I think I wound my Evergreen, the yarn for my Evergreen sock on Wednesday and cast on, and I finished the chart. So you can see the trees right there. They look pretty good. I like the good thing about this yarn is it's really well defined, but it's not soft at all. It's really unpleasantly, not totally scratchy, but not soft. I'm hoping that will change when I give it a bath in my Euclid, but we'll see. Did not pick out this yarn. It was bought from Sight Alone, but so this yarn is hello. It is by Yerba yarns. It is naturally dyed in Guatemala and then brought into the US. The wool itself is supposed to be US based, made in America. Then the company takes it to artisans in Guatemala and they dye it using natural dyes, and they bring it back to America and sell to us. And this is the Atitlan sock base in the color Yaz, dyed by Lupe. Not Yaz, Paz. Sorry. Hold on. My dog is getting agitated. Papa, ven pa acá, mijo. No? Leave it. Sorry, he's sitting on the couch for once, and I'm kind of hoping that he will remain chill through the entire podcast so I don't have to put him up. Bubba, leave it. Okay. Hopefully he'll be calm, but no promises. He's a very vocal dog. So The yarn's a little unpleasant, but the pattern is working up nicely and quick. It probably took me about a day of exhausted knitting, of like constantly falling asleep because my sleep schedule is a mess, to do the ribbing. And then I finished the chart section in a full day, just completely done. Right now I'm about not quite halfway through the heel. I'm doing another fish lips kiss heel on it. And then I'm going to bridge it to size 10.5. So I'm probably going to do about 43 rows of stockinette for the foot and then the toe, and measure it out and hope that it fits her. Luckily, she lives very close to me. She's not like all but one of my sisters live in the same county as me, and the other one lives halfway across the country. So she's the one I'm going to be really holding my breath, and when she gets here, I'm going to make her hopefully try on the one sock I will have at that point finished. I'm not going to weave in any of the ends until I know these socks fit these kids, because that's a little stressful for me. Just like I kind of almost intuitively knew how far to go for my own foot, especially with these socks. Like, I've never done calf shaping before. These are only my second pair of adult socks. So I'm really pleased with the outcome. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping, like, there's still a little, like, there's no negative ease. I don't think there's any positive ease either. It's just, fits perfectly around my leg, and I'm hoping they won't slouch. And if they do, then I will figure out the math to bring them, probably give it an inch of negative ease. I am knitting. I do my socks on my 9-inch, these are 8-inch circular needles, and they're 3 millimeter, which is a little bigger. I did my first pair of socks on 2.75 needles, which just about everyone does it in that range. So there's that to account for, but I think all in all, they will turn out okay. They'll be fine. They might not be absolutely perfect, because these are the first real delve into socks I've done. Like, I only just started knitting socks in like August. So I'm pretty sure my sisters will be happy with them, and it's a really good learning experience. It gives me good experience so that I will be able to master the art of sock making and be one of those people that just always has a pair of socks on their needles to knit. So that is acquisitions and not acquisitions. That is final finished objects and works in progress. And I just dropped my acquisitions on the floor. So I'm just going to move the camera a minute. Oh, no, that does not want to move. There we go. Zoom out. There we go. Okay. So, oh my God, I missed the Michael's yarn sale. Anyway, so acquisitions. I got another set of needles. These ones are Knitter's Pride, or I think in the UK it's Knitter's Pro cubics, US 2.5, which is a 3 millimeter, because I'm good at reading. I thought it was 2.5 millimeters. Nope, these are 3 millimeters, which is fine. And I have not used cubic needles before. I also haven't used wooden needles before. I do own a set of wooden needles that my dad got me before I started knitting. Back in 2016, he found a pretty pair of needles and got them for me, and then delivered them to me once when my sister graduated from high school. They are about. I haven't used them yet, and I don't really, now that I am knitting, I don't tend to use straight needles. But I would like to use those straight needles because, they're my dad's gift to me. Like, he noticed I was doing a craft and bought something appropriate to a craft similar to that. And kind of propelled me to learn how to knit instead of just staying with crochet. So new needles, more socks. And then once I'm finished with my Evergreen socks, I am going to move on to my little sister Moira's socks, since she's going to be here next month, and I want to get these done by Christmas or Yule, one or the other, so that she can try them on and have them, and I won't have to pay for shipping to get them to Illinois. And it works out for everybody. If there's something wrong with them and I need to fix them and I don't finish that in time for her to go back home, that's fine. But I would really prefer to have them done and everything and off with her. And then I'll probably do that as well as working on Rhiannon socks, because Rhiannon socks are shorty socks, and I'm not even sure how to go about that. I'm probably going to start on those, and then that's not much yardage and probably not too much work, so I can probably get that done really quickly. And I have not made any progress on Moira. See, that's the thing when you have a lot of siblings and a lot of people to love, is you just kind of like, before you can get to the name you mean, you say everyone else's names first. So Maya, I have not finished spinning Maya's yarn up for her socks. Today is the 17th. The spackle I'm participating in with Maya's socks ends on the 1st. This isn't going to happen. This is like, I have 13 days to finish that. And the festive sock along also ends on the 1st. I entered these socks into the festive sock along because somebody mentioned that they look like Christmas lights. So they're going to be Christmas socks. And that's going to be cool. But I would like to finish the Evergreen socks because that's an achievable goal. The spackle was going to be an achievable goal, except that I am running into a lot of problems with spinning up this fiber, and that is kind of stopping me. Which kind of blows, because like really it was only 2 ounces of yarn that I had to spin up. I could very easily made only the cuffs rainbow and would have probably achieved the goal of the spackle. However, that's not what I want to do with the socks. I want the whole sock to be rainbow, except for maybe the toes and the cuffs. No, not the toes and the cuffs. The toes and the heels. I'm probably going to do I have a lot of white Burn It that's just sitting around and is fingering weight. It's blanket yarn and it's acrylic. I'm kind of hoping that will stand up to however many times Maya uses it. So I'm going to do contrasting heels for that. Other than that, the whole sock's going to be hand-spun rainbow. And it's going to be chain plied. I've never chain plied before. We will see how it works. But I'm not going to reach the spackle goal, which is a little sad. But Jade runs a lot of Kals and spackles, so I'm sure once this one ends, something else will come up and I'll be able to participate and complete that goal. Oh, that was a lot to unpack. So a little bit of disappointing, not meeting our goals, and a little bit of happiness with meeting other more achievable goals. Yeah, so like I said, Papa, hold on. Sorry. Bubs, 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 where's your snake? Where is it? Where's your snake? His snake is his favorite toy. I have to replace it soon. It's quite scraggly. Come here, bub. Bub. Yep. Okay. He's not calmed down, but he is not focusing on whatever was bothering him. Come on, bub. Say hi. This is my dog, Oswald. He's named after Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, who is my favorite classic Disney character, because the drama surrounding his origin story. Oh my god. I love it. My family is obsessed with Disney. My grandmother on my stepmother's side is a distant cousin of Walt Disney. And just like my grandfather was at the grand opening of Disneyland, and just Disney plays like a really important part of the escapism in my family. And also, like, we just really, it's an enjoyable place. We've almost always lived a stone's throw away from Disneyland. So whenever we have an available day, we try and go up there. I tend to just spend my time in downtown Disney now that I've been priced out of the annual passes, but I still really love downtown Disney and just like chilling and going up there with my paints, and just, it's so pretty and relaxing and shop therapy. I love it. But that's Oswald, and he has anxiety. Yeah. But he's a really sweet puppy to me. So I'm happy to have him. Oop. Off camera kisses. So I think that is all I have to share. I can't remember if I shared the fact that my Skywinder that I got for my birthday kind of broke. The top popped off of it. The thing that kept the stopper on the top flew off of it and got lost. I took hot glue. I had a hot glue gun, and I put a couple of dollops of hot glue on the top. Not that it's touching the part that spins around, but just so it's creates a stopper on the static part. And that seems to be working for now. So my Skywinder is back in operating order, which is really awesome. I haven't thought up of a good seasonal knit for winter. I didn't do a seasonal knit for fall. I did another fiber project. If you guys saw, I did the pumpkin. And so far that has survived. It's really high up on my mantle. It blends in with the wooden panel that is behind my fireplace, which kind of sucks a little bit. But that's okay, because the cats have left it alone. They can't get up there, and then therefore the dogs can't get a hold of it to play with it. They won't destroy it. Yay. So, but I'm going to start thinking about something small to knit for the winter. It's probably going to be another snowman. Last year I did a snowman. I crocheted him, and then I gave him crochet earmuffs and a knit cable scarf because I had just learned how to do cables. I'm probably going to do something similar and gift that. I gifted the snowman last year as well. And I'm thinking of making my pig a hat. So this is my I really love flying pigs. Gosh, this is my flying pig. It's a piggy bank, and it has a really cute tag. I cannot remember if I've shown him off before, but he kind of just stands there in the background. But the tag says, what does the tag say? Yeah, it says, "When will we be rich? When pigs fly." He's really cute, and I love him. I got him at a paper store. Paper Source, I think, is the name of the store, actually. And he's also available at houseofmarbles.com. And I really just love him. I don't keep him on this highway because the cats go up and down across there, so he will get knocked off if I just leave him there. But nonetheless, he's super adorable, and I love him, and I'm probably going to start dressing him up for the season. It is almost time for the Taco Bell to start playing nonstop, constant Christmas music, which I will be in the back, unable to hear. So I hope you guys, those of you who are in America, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving / Remembrance Day. I know we just had Veterans Day. That's not the Remembrance Day I'm talking about. I'm talking about November 23rd, also known as Thanksgiving, or when the white people took over the world. But I hope you have a good time with your family. And if you're not going to see your family, either because you can't make it out where your family is, or you just rather not be with your family, I hope that you enjoy your time with your community. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, hopefully. Next week's Black Friday. I try to do this on Tuesdays. I'm not sure how well that's really working out for me because they changed my schedule. So now I'm actually working on Tuesdays. But who knows? We'll see. But I will see you guys next time for sure. Thank you.